Maverick's just gonna get all sorts of goodies today. As you can tell, when I got this bumper, I've only ever had just the one fog light, like the one on each side. And I was really wanting more. Like I wanted two to make it look good, but the problem was they are Rigid Industries, and those are pretty pricey fog lights. And I had a set, and I put them in there next to it, but it just didn't look right. So I bit the bullet, and I got me some more Rigid fog lights. So now I got some to match. So then I'll have all four. So let's throw these bad boys on there. Okay, this is actually really cool because when I bought these, I literally just bought them for the fog lights. And I knew it was going to come with mounting brackets and all that. I did not know, and I guess I should have realized this, it came with the wiring kit where you can actually hook it up to a switch. You can hook it up to a little switch inside the truck. And I won't lie to you, I've been needing one of these, but I need it for the light bar. Because what I was going to do with these fog lights, I was going to wire them up to my factory fog light switch that's inside the truck. But I've been needing to get another little switch deal for my light bar. So the fact that it came with one, that just kind of saved me the trouble having to go get one. So that's freaking awesome. All right, so as I'm doing this, I realized these are the brackets that it comes with. And I didn't realize this, but these, I need them to bolt up this way. And I'm dropping everything. Anyways, I need them to bolt up this way, right? Well, apparently, and I didn't think about this when I ordered them, they are backwards. Like how you have to mount them, they are backwards. So I got one mounted up right now. See, the Rigid is facing up that way. The Rigid is upside down, but honestly, maybe you won't notice it unless you're like really looking at it. I might need to move that up just a tad too. I don't know yet. But anyways, where I was getting at is these brackets that came with it, they don't really, they work, but they only work if like you're bolting them up like this. Like if you're bolting them up like this right here. So, or like that. So that's how this originally supposed to go. It's supposed to be bolted up kind of like that. So I need them to go like this. Well, unfortunately, it was sticking way down with these brackets in here because you see the holes only line up to like a certain point right there, and it sticks up that much, which makes that light go way down below the bumper. So what I did was I had some other lights like these. They just weren't the Rigid brand. They're like a cheap Chinese brand off Amazon, but it had these brackets on here. So these were the original holes. I had those other lights, but they are super freaking long. So all I did was I stuck them down in here and I marked the holes, and I took the drill bit and I drilled the holes out. And I know this was bigger, but that's because I had to line it up, but drilled out the holes to where now, this one I already did, to where now it sits up there pretty dang good, because it was way down here. Now it's, well, not way down there, I'm exaggerating that, but it was sticking down about like that. So this one looks a little bit better. And yeah, so I'm gonna do the other side. Alrighty, now that I got that bolted up on there, highly recommend putting the bolts in there first before you do all this. And I was able to get the nuts down where they needed to. Like I said, the ridge is gonna be upside down, but I mean, I don't think you're really gonna be paying that much attention to it. Usually I like things to be perfect, but in this case, I'll let it slide. All right, just to kind of show you what I did here, and yeah, I know we got ridges going backwards. Unfortunately, I can't help that. But just to show you what I kind of got going on right now, this is just for testing purposes. I'm not leaving it like this. This is just for testing. So I've got my red wire and red wire coming from both the cubes right here. I got them tied together. And now coming off my main harness, like my factory fog light harness. So the purple wire, and that is not connected. Oh my God, there it is. All right, purple wire is my positive, black wire is my negative. So I got my purple wire coming to my red, and I got my black wire coming to my black wire, so it's ground. So before I make any final connections or any final permanent fix this, we're gonna go in the truck and we're gonna see if it works. So, come over here. Ignore the messy truck, I know it's dirty. Turn the key on. Fog lights on, and fog lights are on. Let's come over here. As you can see, they are working beautifully. So now that we've got that, and just on my radio don't play. Now that we got that, it's time to look up, or hook up, not look up. It's time to hook up the other side and then make a more permanent connection. All right, so now that we know that it works, I went back and looked at all my wiring stuff, and I think the best course of action here is to solder it. So if y'all don't have one of these, a cordless soldering iron, this is by Matco. These things are freaking awesome. I've used this thing a lot, and it literally works great as long as you keep the battery charged. And that's kind of what I'm afraid of right now. I don't remember the last time I charged this, so hopefully everything will be all right. But got that, got some electrical tape, and I got some heat shrink too up here. We're gonna see if I can get that over it. Hopefully I can, but yeah, let's go ahead and do it. All right, so I got this all soldered up, and I know dirt could probably get in there, but I'm gonna tape it up too. I just wanted to show y'all that I got it all soldered, heat shrinked up. Now we're gonna see if we can tape it all up and tie it up in here somewhere. All right, now we got both the fog lights hooked up. Got them all hooked up, wired up. I got them taped, zip tied up in there. Try to look semi-neat up in there. And oh yeah, we got a new bed, or we got my daughter's new bed, big girl bed. Kind of sad. Girl's about to be 2, and my heart's not ready for it. But anywho's, now we're gonna try to wire up that big light bar. So when it comes to wiring, literally this is a very simple process. It's just literally just trying to run all these wires through there. That is literally the hardest part about any of this. But it ain't too bad. I'll show you how I'm gonna do it. On this switch, honestly, I'm not a fan of this switch, but it's what I got. It'll work. I'm sure I've got another one somewhere, but we can use this one for now. But anyways, we're gonna run this. As you can see, these little wires right here, red obviously goes to a positive, black goes to a ground, and now where our positive is gonna be, and let's see if I can make my way through here. I'm stepping on this bed. I kind of pulled the truck way too far in the garage. All right, so if you look right here on this fuse box, because I've got my wires, there's my light bar wiring right here, and I know it's not the cleanest, but we'll fix that. You see I got a positive post right here. This is actually a secret spot where you can like jump it off if you don't, if you can't jump it off with the battery over there. You can actually jump it off right here too. So we're gonna take this nut off. We're gonna put this wire, the red wire, put it on there like that. And now this ground wire, we'll just have to find a ground, which it could be honestly anywhere. Like we may go up here, may go up there, we may use this. It just has to be something metal. So now as far as where the wire is gonna go, I don't know if y'all can see that down there. You might be able to barely see it. Let's see if I can get y'all back this way. All right, you see that boot down there? You'll see this boot right here. So this boot goes straight into the body. So we're gonna poke a hole in it, and we're gonna run our wires that have like the little 3 ends on them. We're gonna run those wires through here because that's where it's gonna hook up to our switch. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh yeah, she bright now. Man, that looks freaking sick. God, the camera don't do it justice. It looks awesome. So, show y'all the wiring real quick. So I got a lot of wiring to actually clean up, but this is the gist of it. I got my ground right here. I got my positive down there on that little spade I showed y'all earlier. Like I said, I gotta clean all that up. That took me a freaking hour just to get these wires to go through here, because apparently there's this boot and then there's another boot behind there they had to go through, and it took me forever to get them to line up. But I finally got it. And right now, all I just have the switch laying right here. That is not gonna be permanent. I'm gonna have it like mounted up right here. I will show that later in this video. But right now, I just gotta get ready to go to work. But I just wanted to go ahead and get it wired up because it's my last night shift for a little while. So I wanted to just go ahead and show you while I'm coming home from work. But yeah, that's the switch. Don't know if y'all can see it. Comes on and off. Fog light switch. Works the fog lights. So yeah, I gotta go to work tonight, and so when I'm coming home from work, it'll be like 3 in the morning probably, and I can show you how bright they are at night. All right, YouTube, so this is at night. So these are just my headlights, and for some reason the camera makes it look 10 times brighter than it actually is. So first I'll give you the fog lights. Yeah, fog lights are very, very freaking bright. All right, now let's give you the light bar. Dang. You know, I think the fog lights are brighter. All right, so this is just, sorry, I'm trying to do all this one-handed here. All right, this is parking lights. This is just the light bar. That's light bar. And that's fog lights. And this is just fog lights. That is freaking crazy, man. I probably look like a bad driver on camera. I swear I'm not a bad driver. It's just I'm trying to do all this one-handed here. And it's also 3 a.m., so who's here to judge? Alright, so one more time for you guys. This is my headlights. These are the fog lights, which is freaking crazy. Now these are just the fog lights. Alright, those are my headlights back on. These are just headlights. And this is the light bar. And this is just the light bar. And now, for funsies, light bar, headlights, fog lights. All 3 together. I'm like a giant freaking spotlight going down the road. So that's freaking awesome. Alright, well, upon further investigation of where to put this switch, I guess I'm just going to be putting it somewhere right here. I've been kind of looking around to see where else I could put it to make it look kind of cleaner, I guess, because I really want it to look good. Thought about putting it like over here, like maybe somewhere around this general area, maybe even down here, or even on the side or something. I don't know. I thought about all these different areas just to kind of make it look cleaner and ignore all the dog hair. But honestly, I think the best bet is just going to be putting it somewhere right here. So this panel is literally held in with a Phillips head screw, a Phillips head screw. I think the rest of it is just clips. So let's go ahead and knock this out. All right, not that there's probably anything behind here other than like a couple wires and stuff. You definitely don't want to go ahead and start drilling before you take this off. I definitely advise go ahead taking this off. Make sure you're not going to hit nothing, and then drill your holes, because that's the last thing you need to do is start drilling and then you hit a wire, hit something you're not supposed to. Is there another screw here? I don't think so. All right, now that we got this off, I did forget there's also a 10mm screw right here. I did unscrew it. It just stayed in there for some reason. But I think the best bet, because if you drill right here, you're gonna hit the fuse box. Definitely don't want that. So we're probably gonna be putting it right about here is where we're gonna put it. So let me go ahead, mark that. Get a little mark right there. That's probably gonna be our best bet. That way you're not gonna hit nothing. So I'm gonna see if I can stick this back up here and Christmas trees in the way. See if I can stick this back up here. Alright. Now I'm gonna go get my drill. I'm gonna drill right there. Alright, so after you drill like just your initial hole right here, so if you don't have one of these things are absolutely amazing. So basically what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to drill it out to where this switch could push through this hole. Alright, so looks like we have to go on the biggest one. I do have one bigger, so this is the 3/4, and I do have a bigger one. I might have to go get it, but let's drill it to the 3/4 first, see what happens. Alright, also remember which way your switch goes. If you want it to go up or if you want it to go down. Remember what wires go to what. Alright, so all I did, I took my 3/4, I just kind of reamed it out a little bit. So like I said, when you're putting it in here, make sure you put it in there the way you want to go. You want to flip up, turn the light on. You want to flip down, turn the light on. Personally, I want to flip it up. So we're gonna push it in like this. And I'm gonna take this out to make it a little easier. Alright. Get all the rest of that off. As you can see, we are in. Now we're gonna take our wires. And we're gonna feed them through. Alright, now after you get your switch put in, you're just going to take this, feed it back up in here, like so. Make sure everything fits back in the holes where it's supposed to go, just like that. Verify your switch works, and then put all your bolts back where they go. Well, good news, I got the switch in. Bad news, my dash is broken. Because there's a little piece up here, don't know if y'all can tell, but where you see that blue tape? Yeah, that whole entire plastic piece is completely broken. You can kind of see where it's broken right here. And also it's broke on the other side as well. I'm gonna try to find it's in the way. Oh, everything's in the way. But anyways, yeah, this whole thing is now broken. And apparently it was broken from the get-go, and I guess when I pulled it off, it just broke completely. So now I gotta figure out a way to fix that. So that's lovely. Well, there you have it, folks. We've got a working light bar, working fog lights. I tied up all the wiring, got it all zip tied up, taped up to make it look semi-pretty. And now I've got a switch for the light bar. See? Got it wired up right here. Works like a charm, and that's honestly the best place I could find for it. And yeah, I know this is not sitting up here right. I tried to take it to double-sided tape. I'm trying to fix it. It's not working like I would hope. Unfortunately, the clip back here is broken on both sides, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm trying to fix that, because where it's broken at, it's broken like on this part. Like you can see how this is kind of cracked right here. And apparently that was already on the verge of cracking, because I think somebody's had this out before, because I didn't put those there. That was there when I got the truck. So I'm not really sure. Someone probably took this off before and it was already on the verge of breaking. Unfortunately, this generation Chevy especially, everything's cracked up and broken on it, unfortunately. But point is, we got us a working switch now. Got the fog lights wired to the fog light switch, because honestly I just think that's the best way to do it. It's already wired, amped, relayed, all that fun stuff. And light bar is just to a regular switch. And yeah, there you have it. Got working lights. And now when I'm driving at night, especially whenever I'm on night shift, coming home at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I ain't gotta worry about hitting no deer or anything, because I can see him coming a mile away. Not only with this freaking bumper will knock him out the way pretty good. But that's it for this video, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope y'all learned something from it. And if y'all liked it, don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of this truck or any other projects I got going on. And hope y'all have a good one.